You're listening to Allman in the Morning, Common Sense Radio.
You know, when Todd Starnes mentioned the moon pie going along with the RC Cola, that is actually a thing in the South.
I like RC Cola.
Have you had a moon pie?
I don't think I've had a
Oh,
moon
you got to
pie.
try them.
I never had a moon pie either, but I've heard about that combo.
Yeah.
Sounds sugary.
Well, in fact, a band called NRBQ wrote a whole song about that. And you know what the song's called? RC Cola and the moon pie.
Clever.
Ladies and gentlemen, Congresswoman Ann Wagner, App Rep Ann Wagner on Twitter. Thank you for joining us. How are you?
I'm fabulous, Jamie. I am a little concerned about this random jar of pickles, however, in the center of my district at, what'd you say, 270 in Manchester? Maybe?
270 in Manchester. There's a jar of pickles off on the ramp there, and for the life of me, can't figure it out. No one has touched it. No one has added another jar. No one has opened it. Nothing. It's just sitting there. It's crazy.
We're going to do a full investigation, I promise.
All right. Speaking
But don't remove it. It's too much fun.
I know, I promise I won't.
Speaking of full investigations, where are you on this Susan Rice issue, and will we see Susan Rice investigated?
Well, there is something that needs a full and serious investigation. I mean, Susan Rice, my heavens, look at how, Jamie, she lied to the American people and the pain she inflicted on those mothers and families over the Benghazi nightmare that took American lives. How do we trust her now on anything that she says? So we're going to find out if she was responsible for unmasking the identities of individuals in the U.S. And I believe get to the bottom of it. Was it for political purposes? Why would Susan Rice, the Clintons' henchman, so to speak, be doing something like this?
Where do we stand now on health care? I know that there's been maybe a doubling back on repeal and replace. Where is that at right now?
We are in pretty heavy negotiations, which is good. And I just want you and our listeners to know that I am absolutely committed to repealing and replacing Obamacare. We're working with all of our full conference to make sure that happens, and really we're looking at how we can better bend that cost curve. At the end of the day, we want something affordable and patient-centered. And what I've said, Jamie, over and over again to our leadership, as I push back on them and others, we need to get this right, not fast.
So what's going to happen with Syria, you think, in the wake of all this? I know there's a lot of pressure on President Trump to do something. What are you all talking about in the halls of the Capitol?
Well, the president's been pretty clear on this in conjunction with our UN Ambassador Nikki Haley. I mean, the UN is not going to collectively act or do anything at the Security Council because of the veto threat of with Russia. And she said that, hey, if they can't do their duty collectively, we as the U.S. are compelled to take our own action. The President said yesterday it's his responsibility, but you know what? Unlike President Obama, Jamie, President Trump is not going to show his cards, in his very words, and showcase what he's planning on doing. I mean, these acts by Assad in Syria are unconscionable, reprehensible, heartbreaking, all of the above. But this has been going on since 2011. Nearly 500,000 Syrians have been killed, including 50,000 children. I mean, there are things that we can do, not advocating boots on the ground or anything like that, but airstrikes, against his chemical weapons caches, military runways, suspected storage facilities, things of this nature, I think, are very important. We've got to pursue war crime prosecutions against Assad and have him removed. We've got to have a plan to prevent ISIS control in Syria and work out negotiations, I think, with some of the moderate opposition factions and how we transition away from Assad's presidency. I'm serving now on the Foreign Affairs Committee, the only a member on Foreign Affairs from Missouri. So we have been in the mix on this.
All right. Well, I appreciate that, and I'm looking forward to you all tackling tax reform eventually. I know that there's a lot going on, but people are really excited about the possibilities there.
Hey, we're going to jumpstart this economy This is about jobs. This is making life a little bit easier, better, more sustainable for hardworking Missourians. We're excited about that. We're excited about the Senate moving forward here on Gorsuch tomorrow.
Right.
This is key, and we're going to see whether the Democrat senators, and specifically Claire McCaskill,
Right.
Are willing to either keep this seat open at the expense of the American people and our Constitution, or whether they're going to represent Missouri values. So, I'm very anxious to see this move forward, and there's a lot going on. But I can't wait to get home to Missouri. I'm looking forward to viewing the pickle jar, and we'll hopefully be flying out tonight to be working in the district and celebrating a blessed Easter.
Sounds great. Well, thank you so much, Congresswoman. Appreciate all you're doing up there at Rep. Ann Wagner. Safe travels back home, and the pickle jar will be waiting.
Thank you, Jamie. Bye now.
All right, you take care. It's Common Sense Radio, 969-9797, 866-455-9797. Todd Starnes on the way in again. He'll double back. He's doing some work right now, and I got a special surprise, some swamp drainers in the studio straight ahead.